Now play it big. Give them some more of that out of the world stuff.
My name is jrsimages. I've been doing freelance photography in the Southern California area since I graduated high school. I recently just started this YouTube thing, and hopefully it will allow me to share my ideas with you guys, show you guys how easy it is to film. Maybe you are camera shy, maybe you're unmotivated, but in today's topic, in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how I make my videos easier to film. Now, writing your first script can be very nerve-wracking, but I tend to write stuff down that I'm gonna be basically going over in the video. You know, some people be like, oh, you know, I can go over like a script just in my head, you know, stuff like that, but I actually find it easier for myself to write it down, stuff that I need to go over, than actually just like spontaneous, because spontaneous, you know, you're not really gonna know what you're gonna say in the video. You could be saying whatever, and you'd be like, oh man, and then you're like editing the video and you're like, I really should have said that, and you didn't say it. Even if it's like bullet points, you know, like today's video, that's a bullet point, you know, intro and then thesis, as in like basically what you're gonna be talking about. Doesn't really need to say it like word for word, just basically go over what you're gonna say. However, like, you know, the more stuff you add, the more stuff you can go over, the longer the video, it's gonna be better in the long run. You know, at least that's what's easier for me, and maybe try it. And if it doesn't work, then maybe there's different ways of writing a script. There's teleprompters, there's looking at the script, memorizing it that way, and then saying it and relaying the information to the camera. So I really think that's very beneficial for someone kind of starting out YouTube. Now, camera equipment, you know, you really don't need the luxurious, you know, FX3. Although it's a great camera, and if the creator was actually filmed with it, you really don't need all that stuff to kind of start a YouTube channel. You know, use stuff that you're comfortable using. As far as like a phone, it could be any camera that you have laying around that you know how to configure. Go into the settings, do the exposure, do the f-stop, do the ISO, color correction, all that stuff. It's kind of tied into the iPhone in today world. Also say, which is not sponsored, but Apple has done a great job of putting new settings for filmmakers, photographers in this little tiny phone. And it's perfect for YouTube and content creation, because it's like you can control the f-stop now, which before, like in 2010 and like 2020, you could barely do that stuff. And I feel like they're really opening the door for basically everyday people and people that don't really know how to do content creation, and putting it into a little tiny phone that you have and carry around and call and text. Use what you need, and also use what you're actually comfortable with, instead of investing into thousands of dollars worth of camera gear. The stuff that I use are tools, and that kind of help me throughout my whole video, my whole content creation, and there's a purpose for it. It's not just, oh, I need, you know, the FX3 with a $18,000 lens, and over here I need this like big boom mic that like stretches out to here, you know, like there's no reason for that, unless you're like a big production, you have people helping you, maybe consider it. But for me, my personal use, the stuff I need it for, I just need it for content creation, and that's about it. Just to tell a story, the who, the what, and the why. Okay, so environments, location. I think that's very important in a YouTube video. You don't need to be in an open field necessarily. You need to be somewhere that needs to be safe. You know both directions. You know where to go in case something happens. You get robbed or whatever. Unfortunately, that stuff happens. That is very crucial into filmmaking. The who, the what, and the why, and to be able to tell your story in the camera and to be safe around you is very important as well. Because, you know, if you're very anxious, you're very scared, you can't record because there's people behind you walking around, distractions, cars, yelling, screaming. This stuff can be a big factor of recording a video and actually making the video, you know, without pausing or stopping and pressing off. And it plays a huge factor in a video like this, and this is why I'm in an open field. I know my right and I know my left. I know if someone was to walk towards me because I know both angles, I know what's behind me. And I think that's very important, and I feel like it's a valuable tip for recording videos is location. Make sure you're in a safe environment, and make sure you know where your surroundings are. That's very important. Okay, so camera movement I think is very important. Of course I use tripods and stabilizers and stuff like that when I record my videos, mainly a tripod. Ensure, when you are going to be doing a lot of movement, make sure to have those things to make it really smooth. When you edit, don't make a mistake like me and kind of rush through it, and when you go into frame, you don't cut that. So I made that mistake in the last video, so hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. Stuff like that happens, we're all human. Of course, keep in mind that a lot of my videos are static. There's a lot more people that like, the running shots. They like to have the camera actually shake. There's a different kind of looks and different things you can apply to your videos to kind of make them more cinematic and more engaging to the viewers. And basically, I like doing that by my stabilizers, my tripods, my drones, etc. Don't have it shake. Make sure you prop it up on a tripod or things that you can actually use a tripod, like a table or something flat. Keep that part in mind. Editing videos can be kind of tricky, so make sure you use something that you're comfortable using. You don't really need the flashy applications like Final Cut Pro, Adobe, or DaVinci Resolve. I love editing on my Mac, but there is a lot more features on the Mac, but you can get away with content creation on iMovie, Video Leap. There's a lot of them, and I'll link them below on this video. Please take your time when you're filming. This is going on the web, so take your time when you're editing, filming, just to make sure how you like it before you upload it to the web. As far as how to film yourself for today's video, my name is jrsimages. Please make sure you subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it to your friends. And I will see you this weekend. See you later.